This is a quick introductory video into prompt flow. Prompt engineering has really taken off when it comes to dealing with large language models. New and novel techniques are being developed to make sure that all the flow of your application gets orchestrated properly so that you would get some value out of it. Prompt flow is one example of that. It is primarily a suite of development tools designed to streamline the end-to-end development lifecycle of LLM. You can also call this prompt flow as LLM ops framework. What it does is it is a practical implementation of end-to-end flow of your direct acyclical graph or DAG applications. And it implements the whole input, processing, and output in the DAG way. It also creates executable workflows that link LLMs, prompts, Python code, and other tooling together. It also lets you iterate through your flows, which I will show you shortly, and then you can easily measure the quality and performance of your large data set in the perspective of your own LLMs. Installation is pretty straightforward. You can install it on any Linux system or even on the notebook environment. It also provides you a VS Code extension to play around with your flow. One of the downside is that you would need OpenAI's key in order to use it. So that is one of a bummer, but hopefully in the future they will link it with self-hosted open source models too. They also have a getting started guide which is pretty self-explanatory, and let me show you. So all you need to do in order to use this guide is to first install it. They are using first the Conda environment to keep everything in one place. Then you need to install this prompt flow module plus prompt flow tools. You can check the version with this command and then simply clone this GitHub repo which I just showed you. This one, and this has all the code too, by the way. Once you are done with that, go to this directory to deploy this web classification. This is one of the generative AI type which is quite common where LLM classifies between the text or images, but I think this one is for the text classification. And then these are few of the files which you can check. This is the most important one where your whole flow is with inputs, outputs, nodes because this is a DAG or direct acyclical graph, and you can check it out in your own after downloading this GitHub repo. Once that's done, you will install all the requirements and then you can visualize it in your VS Code. And if I open this image in a new tab, you will see that it is describing what exactly that flow file looks like. So you have inputs here, you have outputs here, and then simply the whole flow in terms of nodes. And in the node section, all you do is you specify the name, the type, source, which is code, and then path where it will be find, and then input from the above input section. So that's pretty much it. And then on the right hand side, once you are done with this flow, you will see this graphical representation of it, which is a DAG representation. Now you can play around with it, and then there are a lot of other examples which you will find in this GitHub repo, especially around here where they also have a tutorial where you can chat with PDF. As I said, I hope that they would also make this available with their open source models because otherwise you would need to pay OpenAI's API key fee for monthly, and it is pretty easy to use it up fairly quickly. Anyway, I hope that you liked it. If you already are using it, please share your feedback in the comments. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you.